Hi guys, this is Zam101 bringing you another English commentary. This time I'll be doing a match played in the Shinhan Proleague between Airforce Ace and KTF with the Neo Emperor Casey playing for Ace against Firefist, a Zerg player for KTF obviously. The map they'll be playing on is Outsider, which is a new map in the Pro League, made specifically for this season I think. It's a pretty interesting map. It has a whole bunch of expansions. It's a 3-player map, sorry. It has a whole bunch of expansions, which are really hard to get to because they're all blocked by full mineral patches. And you can either choose to take them as min-onlys, or trick a drone through, or something like that, drop one over there, and you can either take a normal expansion, a min-only, or a double gas. So definitely a very strange map. I'm going to say it's Terran favored. The statistics don't quite show or aren't quite reliable yet, but given that Terran drops are so effective, and things like the fantasy build give you a lot of drop early, I think it's going to be hard for a Zerg player to fight it off, given that it's so hard for them to get their third gas because they have to take it through these mineral lines. Yeah, so like I was saying, I think the fantasy build will be very strong, although I'm not sure that Casey will be going that, given that he is called the Neo Emperor, and because of that, I'm going to say he's going to be rather creative. Being named after Boxer, you have to be pretty creative. We have Casey spawning at the 1 o'clock position as the yellow Terran, and we have Firefist as the purple Zerg in the 9 o'clock position. Another aspect of this map is that you do have a fairly wide choke at your natural expansion, so it is rather hard to hold for any race. I think Zerg in particular, actually. So because of that, I think the fantasy mech build again will be really strong because it gives you that early map control with those early mines, and you don't really need that expansion as early as you do in other builds that Terran might employ. But we'll see how that goes. Firefist, I haven't actually seen a lot from him. Actually, Firefist scouting now, so expecting some sort of cheese from Casey, so he's doing a good job knowing that Casey is a fairly creative player, pretty old school. Casey's actually, bit of a look at Reach, the man toss there, looking rather intently at the game. Like I was saying, Casey is a rather old school player, one-time OSL champion in 2006, and it looks like he's going for an 8 racks. So he's going for cheese, but Firefist has not scouted this. He's actually not seen the barracks going up at the choke and decided that Casey isn't there at all. And this is a mistake from Firefist. A giant mistake. I think this is really going to come back to bite him. Firefist showing that, I don't know, maybe he's a bit of an impatient player, something like that. Now realizing this mistake, a bit of a noob mistake, taking his expansion now, and I think this is going to play to Casey's favor. It looks like this Rax is almost done. I imagine Casey will send out a double scout or something like that, so he knows where Firefist base is going. Put down a bunker and go for early pressure. What he might choose to do, spawning pool going down for Firefist, what he might choose to do is just start off with this early pressure and then transition into something else, like Vulture Run by, which is something that Fantasy did against Jadong. I won't tell you the outcome of that match. In their OSL or MSL finals, I can't actually remember which, I think it was in the OSL. And he went into Vulture Run buys, and it was really fun play. So it looks like he's sending out his SCV there. Fife is forced to pull about 6 drones to ward this off. He's not going to be successful in getting this bunker down, but Firefist is no longer mining, and that's a big deal. And it looks like he is sending a second SCV down the bottom on the mini-map, just looking at things. Actually, Firefist is pulling off a lot of drones, really scared about this bunker. Doesn't want that going down. I think he might be pulling a little bit too many off. And it looks like we're going to be seeing some very tricky play from Casey. Just sort of posturing around here, keeping these drones from mining, doing a good job. I don't know what we'll see. I haven't seen into Casey's base in a while. I guess it's going to be... Oh no, it's going to be a proxy factory, so we're going to be seeing some vultures here. This is really interesting play. I really like this. Really keeping Firefist on his toes here, not really letting him get too complacent or anything, not letting him know what's going on. Definitely living up to his name as Neo Emperor. Firefist sending out some Zerglings now. We'll see if they're effective at all. Might try to push up this ramp, going to be able to take out this SCV, I feel, stop it from scouting, but it doesn't really matter. I think Casey's going to know what Firefist is doing anyway. It'll probably have an academy up sooner rather than later, so he'll be able to scout that anyway. I like this sort of half 8 racks build that we've been seeing a little bit. I think Flash was doing it a little while ago, except rather than switching into vultures or anything like that, Flash actually chose to play a bit more of an economic game. So this factory's down, pushing the SCV through, doing a good job getting it through first time, and floating this factory over, and he's going to be able to use this SCV to push a vulture through and do a lot of damage, and he's actually going for a starport as well. So I think we are going to be seeing the fantasy build. Really, I don't know. This proxy factory is really interesting play, I think, and it's definitely going to be able to get at least a few drone kills. And it's going to be a bit earlier than the normal vulture drop, but it is going to be only one or two vultures, I imagine. So the timing that Firefist would be expecting for vulture harass will be considerably earlier, and he's not even waiting for mines or speed or anything like that, so this is going to be really early harass. There's vulture being pushed in through now. Imagine Firefist will have a sunken or something up at his natural. These drones scouting it. One drone going to go down quite easily. Firefist knows what's going on now, looking a bit ticked. Going for quick lair. He does have a sunken colony down in his natural. Hydralisk going down now, but it's absolutely useless where it is. This vulture going around now, going to be able to get another kill, I imagine. Is it? Yeah, gets at least one more drone kill. Able to dodge these Zerglings, takes down a Zergling, going for another drone. This is pretty good micro, gets another drone. So I think that's 3 or 4 drone kills. Just sort of spinning around here, taking out Zerglings. Zerglings are not an effective counter to vultures. I think, and it looks like Firefist has been forced to put down another sunken colony. So he's not doing very well, at all. 3 racks is down for Casey, so he's swapping straight into Eminem, and is going to be pushing out with Eminem, and I think it's going to catch Firefist.